Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anna, and if you're new here, I do makeup videos, makeup reviews, tutorials, skincare, anything beauty. I got you covered. So definitely consider subscribing, hitting that like button, leaving a comment down below, even if it's hi. You know, I'm always happy to hear from you guys. And yeah, so today's video is another Milani new launch. They launched like 5 things a couple of weeks ago. It was exclusive to Ulta, and I put that into my cart so quick, and well, it finally came. We had a snowstorm here in Jersey a week ago, and that like delayed shipment on certain things, but finally got my Milani orders. And today we are going to talk about the Milani Supercharged Brightening Under Eye Tint. I have it in the shade 120 Peach. I believe there's a light peach, peach, and a dark peach. Hold on, I have something in my eye. So I have foundation on, I have a little bronzer on, but I purposely did not do anything under my eyes so that you can kind of see the full effect. So let me read a couple of the claims for this lovely little product here. So it is called the Supercharged Eye Brightener. It retails for $8.99. Like I said, it's exclusive to Ulta right now, probably for another week. Then I believe it's going to be at Walmart, Amazon, maybe Target. So this is skincare meets makeup. It has some really nice ingredients that our skin does like hyaluronic acid, which is going to hydrate. It has niacinamide to help kind of even out, and it has caffeine. So if you do have darkness under your eyes, the caffeine will help to kind of reduce that and reduce any puffiness. So like I said, there's 3 shades. It's pink, it's not light pink. It's pink, which is for fair to light skin tones, peach, which is light to medium skin tones, and dark peach, which is dark to deep skin tones. And it preps your under eye area for concealer. Now, really quick, let me just mention, they broke it up in different shades and how it corresponds to your skin tone. I mentioned this before, I'm going to mention it again. Correctors, the way to choose the color is going to depend on how dark your under eye circles are. So, for example, I'm a medium skin tone. However, if under my eyes were very dark, I would probably go with the dark peach because you want the same like color intensity to counteract your color intensity. If you're fair and your under eye circles are like my color, like if you're more fair skinned but your under eye circles are more like purple, brown, like noticeably purple or brown, you're going to want to try the peach shade. Does that make sense? Because if you go with a color that's either too light for you, it's going to turn ashy. So I just want to kind of put that out there. All right. So what does this say on the back? It just says instantly illuminates under eyes with microfine pearls. It's a 2-in-1 skincare makeup. We already talked about that. And yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to swatch this up close so you guys can see the color, you can see the consistency. I only picked up 1 shade because I figured, you know, it's going to work for me. So we're going to go over the peach shade. So let's go into swatches and then we're going to come back and we're going to play with this. All right, so here we have the Milani Supercharged Brightening Under Eye Tint. My shade is 120 Peach. And it has like a tube, so that's the tube packaging, and it has like the little spout, which I do like. I prefer something like this over the ones that come with like a sponge on it. I just don't feel like those are very sanitary. So here's the color. It's a beautiful peach shade. So I have veins here. We're gonna put it on top and see how that kind of neutralizes. So as I blend it out, you can see the micro pearls, like there's a glow there for sure, which is going to be nice because if you do have like the shadows under your eyes, it's going to help to illuminate that. So that's the shade blended out. So you can see that the light does catch it very beautifully. So we're going to try that. And it feels very moisturizing too. You're definitely going to want to put a concealer on top of this though, because it still has that peachy tone to it. So I'm curious to see if it illuminates through the concealer, because if it does, that's going to be amazing. All right, so you saw swatches. I'm gonna get in just a little bit close so you guys can see what's going on under my eyes. Now, my under eye dark circles are not terribly dark. At least I don't think they are. My darkness tends to pull like right here, like it settles there and here. And the other thing too that I want to mention, when you're using a corrector, for the most part, you really only want to put it where you need it. So if you're not dark under here, you don't really want to like pack it on. Now I'm going to blend this out so that it kind of fades out into the areas like here. You'll see what I'm talking about. But typically, if you're not dark in all the areas, you don't have to put it completely under your eyes, because then you're going to end up messing with color that doesn't need to be corrected. And then when you put foundation on top, it's just going to look a little bit odd. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to want to use my finger for this or if I'm going to want to use a brush. So I have a brush here just in case. All right. So let's see if I'm going to use my finger or a brush. This really does feel more like a skincare product, and I'm just so used to working with my fingers, but I figured let's give it a try. So you know what? Let's do it with the brush first and see if that like blends out nice. If not, you know me, I'm just gonna go straight back into my fingers. So I pumped probably a little bit too much into my hand. That's okay. And I'm just gonna pick it up. I'm using a synthetic concealer brush. This one is from Bobbi Brown. It's a concealer blending. You don't need this one. As long as it's skinny, it's synthetic, you're good to go. So let me just get in here and start applying it. So my problem areas are just out here. I have like this little bit of, I don't know why, it's got like this dark spot here, but when I correct it, it lifts my eye a lot. Okay, the brush is doing a nice job actually. I'm not mad at it. Let's go in with my finger on the other side. I don't know. I just want to see what it feels like. And I'm just taking that. That's a pretty nice peach color. So I think both apply very nicely. I actually feel like my finger applied a little bit more than the brush did, which I'm surprised. And I'm just applying a little bit out here on this outer part of my eye. So this is really nice. It definitely has like that pearl, those micro pearls. I can see that it's illuminating under my eye. You know what this reminds me of a little bit? Hold on. I'm telling you, every Milani product that I've been reviewing so far, it's like, oh, you remind me of this and you remind me of that. This with the pearl finish reminds me of the Shape Tape color wand. Let me just show you. And I was not intending to like be like, oh my God, it's another dupe, but all right. Not the same color though, but the same kind of effect. Let me just show you. So I have the Tarte Glow Wand here. And I'm going to kind of blend that out. And I'm going to put the Milani one next to it. Okay, the Milani one's definitely more peachy. Now, I'm sure Tarte has a shade that's similar to this one. Tarte, Milani. But like, look. Okay, actually, if I turn it, do you see how the light bounces off? You see, I know you see it because I see it. Look at that. That's cool. That's very interesting. The Milani has more coverage though. So that is very cool. All right. On its own, it's not bad. You definitely need a concealer over it because if you look close, it's got a peach undertone to it. It's not a very realistic under eye color. You know what I mean? I'm going to throw a little concealer on top. I'm sorry, at the moment, the closest concealer I have right now on me is my RMS one. And I'm just going to put a little bit just to kind of tone down that peachiness. But That works really nice together, actually. So see how now when I put concealer on, it took away that peachiness. Like the peach is going to neutralize the darkness and it's going to help to brighten. The pearls are going to give that illuminating like factor to it. And I put, so you can see through the concealer that I just put on that it's still illuminating. So that's really nice. And the texture of the Milani like eye brightener is very, it's thin, but it does a really good job of illuminating. And now that I'm putting concealer, like I don't see that it's like creasing that much. Granted, I use cream concealer. It's in its nature to crease a bit. If you have a concealer that's a little more like drying, I guess, and it doesn't crease, I don't think it's going to affect it. It's basically what I'm saying. This feels like a skincare product that like does neutralize. That's so cool. That's really nice. Okay, so if you have dry under eyes, you will like this. If you want a glow under your eyes, like really illuminating, like every time, okay, I'm like, my brain is all over the place. You know how like I've reviewed like the e.l.f. The clicky pen? That's really beautiful. And I thought it was going to be something like the Touche Éclat, like the illuminating eye wand or highlighter. This is more like that illuminating glow for under the eyes. And then the other thing that this reminds me of, if you guys are like longtime Bobbi Brown fans, like I'm talking about Bobbi Brown Cosmetics, do you remember the under eye brightener? It was a wand and they discontinued it and it used to come in like light peach, you know what I mean? And I think it was like in bisque and everything. It reminds me of that, but this feels so much more hydrating. It's not dry at all. Like this is really nice. Look at that. Like I'm gonna pull back and you guys can see like I'm bright underneath my eyes. It's illuminated. It looks amazing. Okay, Milani did a very good job with this one. I like it. I wasn't sure because I've never tried like concealers, foundations, or anything from Milani. So I'm like, honestly, I got it because I'm like, you know what? It's new. I'm sure you guys are going to want to see it, but this is really good. It's so good. Okay. I'm impressed with that. And I cannot believe it has the same illuminating like glow that this Tarte Shape Tape Glow Wand has. And this is like more than half the price of this one, I believe. I know it's definitely half the price at least, but I'm just saying, putting it out there. All right, try this out and let me know what you think. Again, it's available at Ulta. If you don't like it, you could always return it. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts on the eye brightener. So comment down below. Let me know, even if like, oh, Anna, I'm going to get it or I'm not going to get it, whatever. Just let me know, okay? All right. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.